What I want to look at here is the naming philosophy we're going to use throughout the course. Now, we've got lots of DWG files that we're going to be working with, and I want to make sure that you're aware of what each DWG file represents. So we've got a naming philosophy that allows us to check that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and open up a project that I've got set up in the background first. So we go to Open Project here, and we go and find our project file. You can find these work files in the Working Files folder inside each chapter folder on your DVD or in your download file. So I'm going to click on Movies and Work Files, which is where I've stored all of my drawings and videos and everything else, into Introduction, which is where we are, into Drawings, and there's a File Names folder which houses my WDP file, which is my project file. So I double click on that project file, and as you can see, there's my File Names project. Now there's no little cross next to it indicating that there's no drawings in that particular project file right now. So I just go up to Open on the Quick Access toolbar, and in my Drawings folder, there's my drawings there. I've got one beginning with GEN, one beginning with IEC, one beginning with JIC. I'm going to go with the GEN one first and open that up. Click on Open. And it's a typical panel drawing, but I'm just using it as an example. The GEN on that drawing stands for General, which indicates that no standards apply to it, so there's no IEC standards, there's no JIC standards, there's no units associated with it, it's just a generic drawing. Now, whilst I've used a panel drawing, I've just used that as an example, so don't worry about those units there or anything like that. What I'll do now is I'll right-click on the project and add that active drawing to the project, and say yes to applying the project default values. And you'll see that there's a little plus now next to file names here. If I click on it, there's my general ribbon interface drawing applied to the project. So if I go to Open again now, and we'll have a look at the next one down, IEC. There you go, just another panel drawing there that I've opened up. Again, it's a panel drawing. Ignore the fact that it's a panel drawing. Look at the name of the drawing. It's IEC Cabinet. Now, it is an IEC drawing. IEC is the European metric standard for electrical, so IEC in front of any drawing means that it's a European metric standard. Again, I'll right-click on the project, add the active drawing, apply the default values. And as those default values are applied, the drawing then gets added to the project like that. Now, there's one more to look at, so I'll go to Open again. And this time we've got JIC, and what I'll do is I'll open that one up. JIC is the American standard for electrical, and that'll be in feet and inches, it'll be imperial, and there's a typical drawing there, and again, it's just a typical drawing. Look at the naming philosophy, JIC intro drawing up here at the top of the screen. Right-click on File Names again, add active drawing, and we'll say yes to applying the project default values. Now, we've got those three drawings in our File Names project, and you can see the naming philosophy now. GEN, G-E-N, stands for General. So no standards apply, no units apply. IEC, the European standard applies, and it is a metric drawing using millimeters, meters, and so on. JIC is the American standard for electrical, which will use feet and inches and will be an imperial drawing. So if you see that in front of any drawings in the work files that we use during this course, you now know what each one of them means. So GEN is General, IEC, European Metric, JIC, American, Imperial, feet and inches. So hopefully that clears that one up for you. And what will happen now is when you work through the work files, you'll understand when you open one, what units you're working in. More importantly, with IEC and JIC, what symbol libraries you'll be using.